So we were just talking about our shirts before we get into what we're whining about. Lauren's got on her regional manager shirt.
Well, my husband's.
So if you're a office aficionado, you'll love that. And I'm wearing my DeBears. They almost got so close to the Super Bowl, like the closest they've ever been in like 100 years. And I love them, but.
Think of it this way. Your team could be the Bills.
So today we're going to whine about it, and it's going to deal with funerals and what we're going to whine about. Let's bring it, Lauren.
I love that you have them.
Nylons. So we're talking to the ladies today. Well, if you're a man, maybe you wear these to hold in the junk or stay warm. I don't know what you do, but let's talk about whine about nylons for funerals, for funeral directors especially. So there should be a budget built into your salary. If you're expected to wear skirts, you have to wear nylons if you wear skirts. You can't be bare-legged as a funeral director, I feel, and wear skirts. Like, you just need to be professional. But I'm
going to be honest with you, Kari. There are a summer when I will not wear nylons when it is very hot. And I haven't had anybody complain. I've never had a boss complain either in the summertime.
I don't wear skirts.
Skirt has to be a appropriate length if you are going to go bare-legged. You can't be doing
for sure, like me.
Like me, yes. Knee at least, if not longer.
Yeah, but I don't wear skirts because here's where my skirt thought. I don't know how many pairs of these I pulled out. I didn't even know I owned this many because I don't wear that many skirts. So I went on a removal once. This dude was in a cottage. So we're talking, he had like a full-size bed in a cottage bedroom. It filled wall to wall. I don't even know how he got it in. So he was dead in the middle of it. There's no getting on each side of it to get the guy out. So I'm standing on the bed, straddling this guy in a skirt in this cottage to get him moved to the edge. We picked him up with sheet. It was easiest to grab the sheet under and pick him up, move him over. But I'm straddling him to do this because that's what you need to do.
Kari, I'm so sorry. I know you are telling this like unbelievable story right now, and Josiah just came in. I'm in Daisy's bedroom right now, and he just came in like trying to like self grab her diaper to change.
Josiah, if you're not drinking wine out of a bag, you need to go, dude.
Did you hear her?
What?
She said, you're not drinking wine out of the bag. You gotta go. Because, like, I don't want this video to be, like, you telling the story about doing a removal and then, like, me, like, smiling, laughing in the corner, like, like, I'm laughing at my husband. He said half the bottle is gone, save the other half for him. I'm so sorry to interrupt that story about your cottage removal with your skirt. Because
that's okay.
I'm like
straddling. Here, I'll just morph it, and I go in. I'm straddling this body and a skirt, and I thought I'm never doing this again. So I have only when I go to. There was one apostolic church, and they were.
I like this video.
Okay, there was one apostolic church and they were Hispanic and the women wore skirts, like that was it. And so I always wore a skirt there. And I even asked the pastor because they wore little head things and I said, hey, do you want me to wear a little head thing? I just want to respect your religion. I respect, what you're doing. And he said, no, you don't have to do that. I appreciate you wearing a skirt. That's really nice of you. It was a navy blue skirt suit. I haven't owned it in like 8 years. I haven't owned a skirt suit since. I did have a dress I'd wear, but some of the places I fill in and I work at, they wear suits every day. You can't just wear a dress, and I'm cold like all the time. So I can't just wear a dress. I need to have the jacket, and I'm like, if I'm going to wear a jacket over, I may as well just wear pants, blouse, jacket, done. I'm done. So I don't really wear nylons, and I'm okay with that.
See, and I'm the complete opposite of you. I wear nothing
knee-high
skirts. and dresses. Like if you open up my closet, that is all that I own. I hate wearing
But
pants.
how much money are you spending in this crap hole?
About half of my paycheck. No.
Seriously, because these things last like 2
Once.
years, and especially when you're, so here's my big, was loading the flower van, you have to scoot in on your knees to get the dang things in there, and you run your stupid pantyhose, so then you spray them down with hairspray, and then they're sticking to your leg, or you get out the
Oh, you do hairspray? Because I have my clear nail polish.
No, hairspray's quicker, easier, not quite as sticky, but then you're covering more of your leg in residue.
See, my favorite part is when I do my clear nail polish, which honestly like happens all the time. And then I'll go about my day and it's absolutely fine. And then when I go home and get undressed for the day, I can't get my nylons off of me.
It's like a mini wax, like a mini waxing of like this much of your leg. You're like, ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I ripped my nylons today. No, absolutely.
Yeah. And you can't, like I've tried go to Walgreens, buy like the 5-pack for $4, or I don't even know what they are anymore. Those don't do good. Or you get the really nice sheer essence something or other where they have a nice tall suck you in at the top type thing, which you want as a mom because you got the little bit of like a going on from the baby, and so
I can relate to that.
crap sucked on in. That doesn't work either because then you have a line, and so then you're all unbalanced, and they still run like a mother effer, and they're more expensive. So then you just spent $7 on one pair and they still ran. So
Absolutely.
Then you're like, great, now I get to spend $7 more tomorrow. So I can either choose to have breakfast and a coffee, or I can wear nylons today.
Let me tell you about the life that I was living just a few short months ago. As I was pregnant and gaining more and more weight, and once again wearing dresses because I honestly
Why the heck?
pants. Listen, I don't own pants because I am very short, as you know, and I'm curvy. So I'm petite, but I do have like hips to me. So it's very difficult for me to find pants that fit me properly, and I hate getting things hemmed and tucked in and fitted because I'm not trying to live my adult life that intensely right now. You know, like I still want to hang on to some of my younger days where I'm like, I don't need to get my outfits hemmed. I don't need to be a professional in that sense. So I wear skirts and I wear dresses because I can fluctuate 5 pounds either way, and I don't feel bad about myself, and I don't know it's happening because my dress still fits me. Pantyhose suck.
Pantyhose suck like a lot, and they're
Anything you do, you will rip them. You'll move a casket and you'll rip them. You'll embalm and you'll rip them.
Oh, the edge of the stupid wooden caskets where there's like crap hanging. I'm trying not to curse. So there's like those little spikies hanging out on the below part because there's a cheap wood underneath, and then like you hit your knee and it just rips out right up, and it never rips like a normal spot. It's always right above the knee. I feel like is where I always ripped pantyhose, is right above the knees. I think if your employer wants you to wear pantyhose, they should also provide you with nylons. Like, do not hire on, put it in your contract, pantyhose required.
I think if your employer wants you to wear anything specific, they should give you a like monetary amount to spend on a uniform, but
Agreed.
Like
they should buy you your suit. They should buy you what you want to. They want you to wear. Like if they're just like, you need to wear a black suit, you need to wear a white shirt. Okay, you go buy that on your own. If you know that that's what you need to wear, go buy a whole bunch of white crap or a whole bunch of black suits, whatever. But if they want you to wear something super duper specific, then yes, go to this suit person, get this suit, charge it to the company. If they want you to wear skirts, make them buy your damn pantyhose.
Absolutely.
You're in control of that. Ask them for pantyhose money.
I have actually driven to the funeral home, totally dressed for the day, looked down for whatever reason at like a stoplight, and have realized that the pantyhose I was wearing had like a rip in them. Like, why didn't I notice that while I was getting dressed? I don't know, but I noticed it on the way to work. So then I made my little detour to Rite Aid, bought a pair of pantyhose and then changed while I was at work. It happens. It sucks because then you're spending more money on something you're going to wear once until you rip them again.
Yeah. I feel like if an employer realized how much is being spent on actually pantyhose, that they're not like $1 or $2. They're like $6 for a nice pair of pantyhose.
Well, and like you were saying, for the one with the controlled top, which all of us ladies,
Sheer elegance or
those are the premium.
whatever it is. Yeah. Sheer elegance, like $6 or $5. $5 for a pair of pantyhose that oftentimes in our profession we run in one day.
Mm-hmm.
So figure out if you want somebody to wear, if you're an employer and you want somebody to wear pantyhose every single day and you're running pantyhose even every other day, do the math. What do you want your employee to spend on pantyhose in a year? You need to compensate them a pantyhose allowance, we will call it, or buy them in bulk for them, or do something. Like there has to be a benefit to an employer hire on or something. I don't know even what it's called, but.
And I know you said this at the beginning of the video as well, like females or male, like whatever you're doing, if you're living that lifestyle, like God bless you. Yeah. But at the same time, most of the people who are wearing pantyhose are going to be female. So in that situation, you know, why are your female employees spending more money than your male employees?
Yes. Do they need to, do your male employees have to buy special socks? Probably not.
No, but socks don't rip like pantyhose rip. So that's an argument for another day.
Well, and it's not, like, I hate it to be a male-female thing, but it's one of those things, like if you require a female to wear a skirt, then she then has to additionally buy something to wear with that skirt to meet the requirements. So if you're going to require her to spend something additional, then yes, the male should spend something additional as well.
Or you should be taking care of that cost for your female employee so she doesn't have to worry about it and it can be fair across the board.
Or like give her a $500 a year stipend for pantyhose, which I don't think is probably actually out of the limit. Like 500, that's 100 pair of pantyhose. And if your employee works like a 4-day week every other weekend, so that's, I don't even know, that's probably not that out of the ballpark. That's at least.
No, and even in the event that you're not ripping your pantyhose, if you're not hand washing them, which let's be realistic, how many of us have time to hand wash and then hang your pantyhose? You're probably throwing them in your washer under like a delicate cycle. And
who does it with their bras? And you're supposed to do that with, seriously, nobody does that.
Exactly. But all of that, like washing them, it makes them pilly and it makes them gross after so many wears anyways, where if there's no holes in them, they can't really be worn anyways because they are just too worn out. So either way you're looking at it, pantyhose are not
stuck. Pantyhose stuck. They do. They just suck. So bad investment. Damn the man with pantyhose, like for sure. So thanks guys for joining us for Wine About It funeral for pantyhose. We hate them. End of story. End of story. Join us for the next Wine About It funeral video. And what do you want to hear us whine about on the next video?
Yeah, comment below if you have any ideas of anything you'd like us to whine about.
Whine about when it comes to funeral. And we're sticking to not
controversial,
not degrading to anybody having lost somebody. We could totally go down the whine about it, like funeral songs, but then we're insulting somebody who chose a song that they loved for their loved one. We could totally go down different paths, but we don't want to insult anybody who's chosen something for their loved one. It's more
we want to kind of keep the series more lighthearted and fun, kind of poking fun more at ourselves as funeral directors and things that we see on a regular basis within the profession without putting it in that.
We don't want to hurt anybody who's lost anybody because that's not fair and that's not nice and that's not
because it sucks enough losing somebody that you love rather than having somebody poke fun at it. So
Amen. Yeah, totally true. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye. Red Cat, the cheapest, sweetest.
Seriously,
red
I've
wine.
never heard of such a thing.
The biggest bottle. This comes in a bag, not box
I
wine.
want to
Bag
see.
wine.
I want to see the bag. I want to see.
I will buy the bag, and for like our next video, I will be like, not box wine, bag.
That's what you should do. Better.
Yeah.
This stuff tastes dandy, though. I'm not gonna. Hey, Josh, or Joseph Carr, vintage 2000.
Would you like to sponsor a video where we drink your wine and then complain about things in the funeral industry?
And
You've been a good friend, and that's in the thick and thin.